Welcome to the follow along surfing workout for beginners and intermediates aiming to develop strength required to improve this pop up for surfing. So, you need a chair, a tin of beans or something, a sturdy table, and yourself. So, the exercise routine is specifically designed for the surfing pop up, and it'll have 5 minutes of an active warm up, and then there's 20 minutes of actual working time with integrated rest periods, which will be a total of 10 exercises. So if you get ready to go in about 5 seconds, we're going to start with the warm up. So here we go. We're going to warm up the wrists, just doing some wrist walk. So I'm going to turn my hand 90 degrees, and when I have them fully back towards myself, just pause for a few seconds and going back around and trying to internally rotate your hands as far as possible. Again, just chilling out there for a sec, and just repeat this a couple more times. Should feel that deep in the forearms, on the outside, on the inside. You can start to lean a bit more forward so that your shoulders are over your hands. That's going to increase the intensity of the stretch. Next, moving on to some wrist warm-ups. So we're going to do some first knuckle push-ups. Next, just some wrist rocks. So going forwards and backwards, bending the elbow slightly. Again, the more you lean back, the easier it'll be, and the more that you have your shoulders over your hands, the harder it'll be. Then we're going to go on to some wrist push-ups. So pulling those hands back in using the fingers, that's going to help to warm up the forearms. Next, we're going to work on warming up the shoulders. So we're going to go into some protraction and retraction. So keeping the arms straight, just bringing the shoulder blades together and spreading them apart as far as you can. Again, just repeating that a couple of times, moving them up and down, rolling the shoulders forwards, rolling them backwards. Next, moving on to some inchworms. So I'm going to stand up, reach out, walk my hands forward. Then I can either rest my knees on the floor while I bring one leg up. Just make some circles with that leg just to help the hip loosen up. Also very good for getting the hamstring warmed up. When I stand up, I'm going to do a squat. Again, reaching down, touching my toes. It's totally okay to bend your knees. And same thing again, put those knees down if you want. This is the warm-up, it's not part of the workout, so it shouldn't be very difficult. Making those circles, rocking backwards and forwards, just whatever feels good. There's no real rules. And again, just walking back up and doing another squat. And same thing again. This time when I'm down the ground, I'm going to reach my elbow up. So I'm going to be on my knees and one hand and just reaching up with that elbow. I will say it's important to try and twist from your side of your trunk. So don't just basically bring your elbow up and down quite vigorously. I want you to try and feel the rotation in your trunk. Okay, so try and rotate from your core, and that will naturally bring the elbow up as well. So just doing 5 each side. Nice and easy. It helps for me if I breathe in as I go up and out as I come down. Just moving into some hip swivels. So again, just moving from left to right. Do this at your own speed. You might hear some clicking, some pops. That's absolutely fine. So that brings us near the end of the warm-up. The last one, just get your chair, put your hands on the chair, bring your knees up to your chest. Just do a couple of those, keep going. Then I want you to reach back with your bum in the air and reaching forward. Straight arms, you can bend those legs. This again is just to get the elbows, shoulders, and back ready for the workout. And we're gonna do a couple more. So hopefully now you're a bit more warmed up, and we're gonna move on to the workout. So the first exercise is a press up. So I'm doing them from my knees, and we are gonna do a nice and even slow tempo of 2 to 3 seconds on the way down, little 1 second pause at the bottom, and then drive up as hard as you can. So I'm going for 6 reps and a total of 3 sets with 60 seconds rest in between. So keep going. And one more, and we are going to rest for 60 seconds. It's not for me to say. 30 seconds rest left. Just a quick point on technique. I don't want your elbows coming out wide. They should be nice and tucked in by your side, which is specific for surfing. If it's too easy, try a full push-up. Get ready and go again. Nice and slow on the way down. Pause, push, and repeat that 5 more times. That's it, keep pushing and rest. So again for 60 seconds, starting now. It's not for me to say you love. It's not for me to say. Last 10 seconds, so you've got one more set left. Get ready, 3, 2, 1, and start your push-ups. Remember, keep your elbows nice and close to your side. Keep that nice and slow tempo on the way down, 2 to 3 seconds lowering, 1 second pause in that bottom position, and driving up as hard as you can. And rest. So again, 60 seconds rest, and then we're going to move into the next exercise, which is table rows. So you will need to have your sturdy table, and if you want to have a quick look forward to see how I do them. It's not for me to say you love. It's not for me to say you love. And start your table rows. So we're going to go again for 3 times 6. And rest. Again, last 10 seconds. Get back in position and get ready to row. So you can see my knees are bent. If it's too easy for you, you can straighten your legs out as well, as I'm just about to show here now, and that will make it significantly harder for you. And 6 reps done, rest again. Ten seconds of rest left. Get ready to go again. Last set of 6 reps. 2, 1, and go again. So make sure that you squeeze your shoulder blades together when you're at the top of the movement as well. It really helps to engage your lats and all your scapular muscles. So once you've done 6 reps, we're going to rest again for 60 seconds. And then it's going to be moving on again to the next exercise. So if you want to skip forward, if you're not familiar with the next exercise, we're going to go into some plank pikes with So you've got 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and getting into position. Going into that press up position. And you're going to start by bringing your right knee to your right elbow, left knee to left elbow, curling up and repeating that. So we're going for a total of 10 knee touches. Exhaling as you go up, really try and squeeze your core. And once you've done those, rest again, but this time for 30 seconds. It's not for me to say. 10 seconds of rest left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and getting ready to go again. Again, back into that press up position and bringing your knee to touch your elbow and piking up. exhaling as you pike up, inhale as you come back down, and keep going. Keep alternating. Once you've done 10 alternating knee touches, and should result in 5 pike ups, then you are done and you should rest for 30 seconds. Last 10 seconds of rest. This time we're going to go into swimmers. 2, 1, 0. Okay, lying down on your front, you're going to bring your arms out in a T shape, and you are going to bring one up and one down. So one down your back and one up your back. But I don't want you to let your your hands rest on your back. You should keep them up at all times. So I'm going again for 10 alternating, and we're doing this twice. So these are quite tough, so if you need to take some extra breaks and build it up, that's totally fine. Keep going. Keep that height up. Don't let your hands touch off your back. Don't rest in between the reps. Okay, and you should be done. You can stretch it out a bit, and we're moving on to 30 seconds of rest. We have one more set of this to go. Okay, last 10 seconds of rest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and get back into that position and get your arms rotating again. So going for 10 alternating reps. Don't let those hands rest in between the reps. Keep going. And resting for 30 seconds. So our next exercise is going to be chair dips, so make sure you have your chair ready to go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and getting ready into that chair position. Walking your feet out, make sure that your bum and back is far enough from the chair, so I could probably move a little bit further, and going as low as is comfortable. 10 reps. And resting for 60 seconds. It's not for me to say you love. Go with the brother who you know how we do. It's 10 seconds of rest left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's time to go again. and resting again. So if that variation's too easy, you can make your legs straight out in front of yourself, and that will make it harder for you. If even that version you're struggling, just don't go as deep and work within the ranges that you can control, and you can build up your strength through range over the next few weeks, so don't worry about that. Ten seconds of rest left. Last set, 10 reps. 3, 2, 1, and we're gonna go again. Keep pushing. And resting for 60 seconds. So that was the last set, well done. And we are going to move on to our scapular push-ups. So if you don't know what they are, I would advise you skip forward and get familiar with the movements and then go back and follow along. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and getting ready. So we're gonna go for 10 reps. So what I'm doing is I'm just squeezing my shoulder blades together and pushing them apart. Doesn't look like much perhaps, but it is quite difficult. So once you've done those, resting again for 60 seconds. If that's too easy for you, you can go into a full push-up position, and obviously your extra body weight off your knees is going to make that move significantly harder. Last 10 seconds of rest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and get ready to go again. So I'm going to show you the advanced version up in a press up position. Again, just squeezing the shoulder blades together with straight arms and pushing them apart. And resting. Again, 60 seconds rest on the clock. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and go again. It's your last set. Squeezing them together, pulling them apart. Once you've got your 10, it's time again for 60 seconds rest. Well done. So the next movement is going to be quadruped rotations. So you did them as part of your warm-up, so you should know what they are. And we're going to do 10. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and let's go. So I'm starting with my left arm. Again, try to rotate from your core. So I'm trying to twist from my belly button, and naturally that brings my whole shoulder and arm up. I find it useful to inhale on the way up and exhale as I come back down. Then straight away swap over and do 12 on the right side. Keep going. Last one, and we're going to rest for 60 seconds. So we're going to do 3 rounds of this one as well. So you've got 2 more rounds to go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and let's go again with that left arm starting. Inhale on the way up, exhale on the way down. Then swapping over. This is really going to help to strengthen all your rotators, which you really need when you're doing a pop-up. So you need strong core rotators, trunk rotators, hip rotators. Last few reps now. And again, going for 60 seconds rest starting now. So this is going to be your last set coming up for this exercise. 10 seconds of rest left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And let's go again, starting with that left arm. Nice and controlled. Breathing in on the way up, breathing out on the way down. Nice and controlled. This is going to help you with your turns as well. So switching over. Inhale on the way up, exhale the way down. Nice and controlled. Last few reps, keep going. And we're going to rest for 60 seconds again. So that was the end of that exercise. And next we are going to move on to some external rotation for the shoulder. So you'll need to grab that tin and you'll need to be in a seated position. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and let's go. We're going to start with the left arm, going for 12 repetitions. When your arm is in that fully 90-degree angle on the top of your knee, I want you to really try and squeeze your shoulder blade. You should feel it quite strongly on the back of your shoulder and on the top of your shoulder as well, probably. So once you've done 12 on the left, swapping over, doing 12 on the right. Nice and smooth and controlled. Same thing, squeezing that shoulder. For this exercise, we're not taking any rest in between. We're just going to keep alternating for a total of 3 rounds of 12 reps per arm. So I'm just coming near the end of my first set on both arms. And then you're simply just going to swap over again back onto that left arm. Squeeze that shoulder. Squeeze it at the top. Lower nice and controlled. Again, switching arms onto that right side. This is your second round on the right arm, and then you'll have one more round to go on each arm. So this exercise is going to help strengthen up all of your external rotators, which is your rotator cuff. And that's super important to keep our shoulders nice and healthy, especially because we do so much paddling, which puts us into a lot of internal rotations. Swapping over again onto that left arm. This is the last set. Whack out 12 nice and controlled reps on the left. Squeeze that shoulder blade at the top. Slowly lower, nice and controlled. Last few reps on that arm and swapping over to the right arm. This is the last set of this exercise. Squeezing that shoulder blade, slowly lowering. Last few reps, get those 12 reps. And we're gonna go straight into the next exercise. You will need a tea towel. So these are called dead bugs. You're gonna lie on your back, put the towel under the small of the back. And I shouldn't be able to pull the towel out from under me. If I can, it means I'm not engaging my core. So what you need to do is place that towel under the small of your back, bring your legs up to 90 degrees, breathe nice and deeply, pull on that towel, but put a bit of tension on it, and try and bring your legs down straight, okay? If during any of this time that towel slips out or starts coming loose under your back because you're holding that towel nice and tight, that means it's too advanced, so you need to work just before the towel goes, okay? So if that means you just barely straighten the leg, that's totally fine. We're gonna do this for a total of 60 seconds. So sometimes you might find that you fatigue and then you need to regress to something like the toe taps. That's cool. Last exercise, reverse plank holds. So you can see here, I'm going from a seated position, squeezing my bum, pushing with my feet and my hands in the ground, working on the anterior chain flexibility, doing some posterior chain just to help balance things out. If that's too easy for you, try the next progression, which is with straight legs. Make sure you squeeze that bum. You should be in a nice straight line. Make sure that you're not sagging through the upper body or the hips, and keep the head in line. I should be able to draw a straight line from your feet to your head. Again, holding this for a total of 60 seconds. If you need to break it up into sets of 10 seconds, so 6 times 10 seconds or 20 seconds, that's totally fine. Just do whatever you can, basically. So well done, that was the end of the workout. So here you can see the written routine. If you want to take a photo or whatever, screenshot, so you can have it for the future, just make sure that basically you do this kind of 2 to 3 times per week, and you should be a little bit sore the day after, and that indicates that your muscles are growing. So you want to take a rest day after you do this so that your muscles have a time to recover and grow, and then you will do the workout again. So you'll have to do this for like a training block, which can be anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. And you can't just do the same thing over and over and over again. You have to change the stimulus because you get better. So your body will stop responding. So what I would advise you to do is every week, I want you to try adding an extra 1 or 2 reps to each exercise, or an extra 5-10 seconds to the holds, or increasing the reps of the hold. So for example, this week we did 3 times 6 reps of the press ups. Next week I want you to try 3 times 7 or 8. And if it's already too hard for you, which it totally might be, then just do less reps, okay? So you might be doing 2 reps, okay? That's totally fine. It's all about quality of movement over quantity. Thank you guys for joining me in today's workout. I hope you did enjoy it. If you want to learn a little bit more about the theory side of things, I've got you covered in my Surf Fit series, so you can check out the links to those in the description box down below. I go over the movement patterns, the anatomy used, and why those exercises will help you to improve those different things. If you did enjoy the video, I would massively appreciate it if you could hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, or perhaps share this video with someone who needs to work on their pop-up. That would really help me out. And it also makes sure that you stay up to date with future content, so it's a win-win. And yeah, thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.